And welcome back to the morning show. Got Dana Beetle with me. We're actually on site, almost in Needles. Dana, how are you?
Great, great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Aquatic Pool and Landscape. Dana wanted us to see this because this is one example of how far these guys can go and how well they do when you understand that a good portion of this property was washed away in our last flood. Remember the one that kind of tore out Needles Highway and it was down for a month and a half? This home is just right off Needles Highway, less than a quarter of a mile, and obviously the Colorado River is right behind us. Erosion nailed this one.
Oh yeah, it destroyed the whole. This, as you're looking at the property, the left side was pretty much gone.
Wow, and that's all from this wash
that
right
was all
here.
From the wash. Yep.
And now you've got that controlled. I know you guys went in there and did some footings and whatnot.
We did some reinforcing to protect it in the future, you know, and hopefully we don't have that 100-mile or 100-year flood again.
Man, oh man.
It was bad.
So now you got the call and somebody says, I think
Can you go over and check
house-
out my property? It was a Sunday, you know.
Yeah.
I know him, and he called me up and said, hey, can you go over and check out my property? Not a problem, and pretty much had to use four-wheel drive getting here. I mean, the Needles Highway, as you know, was gone, and it was so fresh, not even the roadblocks were up yet or anything, so you could get here. And yeah, we showed up here, and it was a river flowing, as you can see, right down this path right here was a river.
Wow.
Yeah, it was catastrophic.
Now there's a big pool area that was impacted too?
The pool area, it wasn't impacted.
Okay.
But the whole wash was just,
wow.
Yeah, I mean, all the dirt had to be brought back up from the river, and yeah, it was a sight to see.
You're telling me about half the driveway was kind of caving down into the wash there too?
The driveway, about 5 feet in, was just hanging.
Wow.
Into a 20, 30 feet down. It was hard to tell you without seeing it.
Oh, I can imagine.
We have photos and whatnot too. So.
Let's go down and check out the pool area.
Absolutely.
Okay. We're down here at the pool area now, and we're kind of taking a look around. You know, I've talked many times about the pools and, you know, seeing what you guys can do, and obviously this driveway and many things here are, but the other big part of this is maintenance. And you guys take care of the maintenance on this estate.
We take care of everything here, from the pool to the landscaping. I mean, we do it all.
I think you could call this an estate.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
So you've got the palm trees you've got to take care of, all the brush and whatnot going on here.
Every palm tree, there's over 200 palm trees. They're trimmed every 6 months. Landscaping is done once a week. There's 3 or 4 guys here all day.
Wow.
So it's a lot of work to maintain, but I mean, to keep a nice place, that's what it takes, you know.
Now you said you're going to be probably putting a dock down there?
Yeah, there's going to be a dock on the lot next door. The water's a lot deeper.
Okay.
So there's going to be a dock going in there.
And of course all this was wiped out for the
Yeah,
flood.
I mean, that's a little peninsula now. We're going to be doing something with that. And just, you know, it's a mini resort. Wow. You know, the beach area is really nice if you want to take a look at it as well.
Dana was telling me as the floodwaters are coming through, that flood water was coming through so hard down this channel that you just saw, down this wash, that the people across the river actually could see it coming, lost their ramp and everything, because across the river from the flow out of here, that's how serious it was. That's something. Let's take a look inside. Now, this is absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yep.
This is something you'd see in a resort, or maybe even at Hugh Hefner's with that grotto.
Absolutely.
This is absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, a couple waterfalls up there.
Yeah, there's 3 waterfalls. Then you got the spa with the sunken cave style, and
I can definitely see your work in here and some of this stuff. I really can. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, there's a lot of maintenance involved here too, because we restain everything.
Sure.
You know, every couple of years or whatnot, and it's a project, but as you can see, it looks great.
So this is something for those folks who have a home here, aren't here all the time, because they're here taking care of it. So when you come back into town, everything is already done for you, and that's pretty much what happens here. They just keep it very nicely maintained. And again, that's a big part of what you guys do.
Yes, it is. It really is. You know, he wants his place looking absolutely perfect, and that's what we shoot for.
My goodness, what a wonderful sight. And the view of the river and everything else. So I guess what we're trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is no matter how bad it gets, they can come in and take care of it, build it back up to what it was, or even more if that's what you want, We've seen what can happen out here with these floods, and anytime any one of these things can happen. So if you get into one of those situations, you probably want to call Aquatic. If you're in the situation where you're not here in the wintertime or you're not here in the summertime, you may want to call them and say, you know what, I need this done. And we're not talking, I mean, it doesn't have to be an estate. I mean,
no,
your
anything.
house with a lawn and pool, come on in and
it
you'll take care of it.
Track housing on up. I mean, we do it all. I mean, it's not just high-end properties. It's everything. We do it all.
Be honest with you, I'm using them to take care of my pool so I don't have to mess with it. And maybe bend over and fall in one day. It saves on the hospital bills. But Dana, I want to thank you very much for letting us come down here and check this out. I wouldn't have believed it if I would have just seen the pictures of that.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is. It's one of those things that happens, you know. It's
I guess.
the power of water.
You guys, besides, you've got the landscape, you've got the building of the pools, the cool decks, the driveways, and all of that. What else are you into?
Well, we're currently working towards getting into solar.
Okay.
So solar power, solar heating, that's our next big step. So
fantastic.
We're a few months away, but we'll be there and be talking to you when we are, that's for sure.
That's fantastic. You'll have your home just like this one day, won't you?
Maybe.
Yeah, you're working on it. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Aquatic Pools and Landscape, ladies and gentlemen, give them a call and just ask them. And if you you want your house, your backyard to look something like this, they can set it all up for you. All you have to do is have them come over, they look at the size of the yard, etc., etc. They go back, put it in a computer, and come up with exactly what it could look like, exactly what the price is going to be. There's no surprises in this. You just need to make that phone call. The phone number's on your screen. So, with that, where do they keep the swimsuits for guests here? Probably over there?
Right in that
Yeah, we'll be back to the studio in a couple hours. Thanks.